I can't tell if Russell Westbrook's trying to kill me or seduce me in this intro. Look at the way he's looking at me. This is making me uncomfortable. But, nevertheless, it's time for another season of NBA Live. The demo just came out, and it's another attempt at trying to put a dent into the 2K kingdom, if you will. So how is the game? Well, if Russell Westbrook will stop looking at me with those eyes, then we can get to it. Now I will say, visually, the game looks pretty decent, although these player models in the beginning screen look like they're a day away from retirement. Look how old they look. But nevertheless, one of the problems with NBA Live in the past was that the players just look really blocky. They look like they were out of War of the Worlds. But, and I will say, there's still a little bit of awkwardness to them, but it's definitely improved. They actually look like they're supposed to be real people at this point. Now you saw me hit a jumper with Curry off of a pick and roll right there. I will say the pick and rolls and just the play calling in general, they have a decent foundation, but they're a little rough around the edges. And what I mean is, when it works and when everything goes your way, it feels really good. I mean, it feels excellent. Like the pick and roll I did with Curry there. Watch this play to Klay Thompson right here. Okay, this is actually really well done, alright? Passing the ball along to everybody, Thompson comes around the baseline, and watch what happens. Wide open for a three-pointer. That's really well done. However, as great as that was, a lot of the time, the play calling can be awkward, to say the least, okay? Now first off, the actual diagram they give you, it's a little difficult to understand, and on that play particularly, They wanted me to give it to Andrew Bogut, so I pressed the pass button, and then Curry just threw it to Thompson anyway. Now, luckily for me, I got the basket, but, you know, when you're calling a play and that little pass indicator comes up, when I pressed the pass button, I wanted to go to the guy it's supposed to go to automatically, and it didn't do it. And I was lucky on that possession, but you're going to see again here, well, actually, on this one, the play just dies on me. And I think the reason for that was I didn't wait long enough for Bogut to be in the proper position. I think they have to revise this a little because, I mean, when you're playing basketball, like, it's not perfect, okay? Why do I have to wait for the exact moment for Bogut to be in, like, the one little spot I need him to be in to continue the play? I do hope that they redo the play calling a bit, and see, on that one, same thing happened. I didn't wait for Draymond Green to have the little ball over his head, so the play just dies. Like, nah, man, first, with the play calling, number one, the guy does not have to be in an exact spot. That's the first thing I want. Second is, if I press the pass button, can it please go to the guy who I'm supposed to pass to? Because sometimes you'll press it and they just take you out of the play completely. But that being said, when it goes right, it feels really good, as you guys saw earlier. And as I'm saying all this, I'm getting my ass kicked by the Chicago Bulls at the moment. And luckily for me, Jimmy Butler missed that one. Now, you're going to see here in a second, calling a pick and roll in this game, unlike in 2K, is not just like this magical void that's going to get you an open shot. Like, no one was open off of that screen. So I'd recommend in this game, keep the ball moving, because guys naturally just move without the ball here. Or maybe it's just because I'm using the Warriors and they do that anyway, as I get one of the dumbest looking jump shots ever. Like that shot shouldn't have gone in. You know, I didn't know what I was doing on that possession. I think the game just gifted me one, to be honest. I mean, I've been playing 2K for so long, I just have some of those natural tendencies in my head, so when I call a screen, I expect like the guy in the corner on the opposite side to be open. That didn't happen in this game, but at the same time, your off-ball teammates are not as, like, just immobile. They actually move around a little bit, as Klay Thompson throws that one down. So NBA Live, it feels decent, I will say. It actually feels pretty good. It's not perfect. It still has a little bit of that stiffness to it. It still looks a little awkward. I still think the camera angle is a little awkward. But if you're going to act like there's not improvement here, then you're just not trying, okay? This game has improved, alright? The play calling, the movement, the player models. Now I will say, it did take me a minute to adjust to this, and it felt very awkward in the beginning. But I can say after playing just a few games, it feels decent. Now, as I say all this, you're going to see me go completely potato on what they want me to do with this play call. I realize I got to go all the way back and then I gotta pass the ball off, and then again there, Curry doesn't give it to the guy I'm supposed to give it to. Then, luckily for me, I just get some wizardry shot out of nowhere. So it's not perfect, it's definitely not, but it feels good, feels smooth. Is this game worth $60? No. I don't know about that. I mean, we're gonna have to see more of the game modes that they give us, but just in terms of a gameplay foundation, feels pretty good. I think if they can give us enough content, perhaps I'd drop the $60 on it, maybe. But this is actually a decently close game at this point. You saw me hit that 3 with Curry, and now we're gonna get another example of just the play calling being a bit weird. I think if I go into practice mode and really try out the plays, they could really end up being a weapon for me, because it seems like they're really emphasizing this, and it's actually decently easy to call plays once you figure it out, but unfortunately, Curry passed it to the wrong guy again. But I just create something out of nowhere. So NBA Live 16, the demo. The first time I played it, I thought it sucked. I thought it was terrible, to be honest, but after giving it some more time, after trying out the play calling, after just experimenting a little bit, trying not to play it like it's 2K, it's alright, you know, it's okay. It's not perfect, but at the same time, I don't think I've mastered the game yet. So if you played this and you didn't like it, my advice would be keep trying it. You're gonna have to fight through a little bit of that frustration when playing it, but I do think that there is a good game here. It just it takes a bit of an adjustment to find it. So that's it, and yeah, I'm done.